Hello guys and welcome to the PTS, and here we're going to do another video of what's going to be in here. This time it's about PvE, so all about PvE gear and all anything to do PvE wise-ish. Not and some of it will be in the crafting because it's to do with crafting. So anyway, start off with there is going to be some. So let's start off with the current gear. So the current gear is now purchased with frozen eclipse stones. Those frozen eclipse stones are going to be transferred into dungeon marks, and the gear that T1 gear now will be turned into dungeon mark as well. So that means the old content could be now be brought by people who just do dungeons, maybe do that as well. So it's going to be easier for people to get, so they can start doing their next content much faster. And that means that the tier 1 content gear, which is here, like the armor and the weapons, for example, that means these are going to be able to buy with credits as well, because they're not now the best in slot. So if you want to buy the gear, you can buy the gear and then start going to the new raids. It's alright. No, it's not. I guess it's okay because it's not the best in slot. It just makes it's easier for people to get the new gear. So then the new gear is going to be brought with a new set of marks which you can get for the new content, and will be GA as well, which kind of gauges it as you've grinded GA for so long. Those marks are going to be transferred to dungeon marks. But anyway, let's start off with not the Synergy crystals. Let's start off with the gear. So with the new gear that we're going to be getting, currently it looks the same as the old tier 1 gear, and the prices are up. So maybe they might be a bit different. But the main thing of this is it's going to be completely choose your own items on your own stats. So here's a vendor gear item itself, and it costs, it has the stats there: 134 intelligence, the wisdom, and the main part of it has got spell power on it. So if you now go alt it, you'll now come up with a new interface system, which means at the top you're going to get the item itself, and with the burning infinity cell, so which will be we're currently from the crucial or whatever, which will be from the new raid instead, with a large dungeon cell, you can upgrade that into the relic spell power one. But if you don't want spell power, if you use the large cell, you can either change it into, first of all, a crit power, or into spell crit. So if you want crit power instead of spell power, you can there. So now at the top is the crit power one, and then again you can turn it into a relic crit power one, which first started off as spell power, and yet you could do this, which starts off as crit power and carry on. So yeah, the belt could be turned into crit power with the burn infinity cells, or you can change it into spell power or spell crit. Not many people are going to go for spell crit. Most people are going to change between spell power and crit power depending on what you're doing. If you're DPS, mostly crit power with some spell power, and some spell power, mostly spell power if you're a healer. Obviously, there's a crit power cap. So if you're cleric, you're probably going to get that really fast with the things themselves, which means you don't actually need to go for the crit power graters. So you can get the crit power cap just from the gear itself, and that means you can go for the spell power procs if you want to, which is not so bad for now. And obviously the same for the boots as well. So that's for the new gear system, and it's also going to be in the PvP-ish, which I'll show you later. So there's going to be new Synergy crystals as well that you get for infinity stones, and you upgrade it with the old one. At the moment they're on for 200k infinity stones. This is a placeholder and will be changed when it comes live or soon, and there's not much difference with them. So let's just compare it with the Necro, because I have that on now. It only increases the damage of stuff by X amount, and increases the spell power by 10, and so basically it just increases everything just by a tiny bit. So on the Harbinger one, it increases your damage done slashing attacks if they were done by Vorpal Slash by 30 more, spell power by 10 again, and weapon buff increases spell power by 30 whole buff. So it's only a tiny upgrade, but it's still going to be very good. 40 spell power just from the Harbinger crystal is still quite nice, to be honest. And finally, if you didn't even notice, there is the GA crystals are going to be now upgraded, so you can now use the Grim Awakening calling itself, and use an Architect power cell, which is from the new raid, and you can upgrade your crystal the stat wise don't change, but the proc itself does. So this one gives you increases your healing, yeah, same amount. It doesn't do more proc wise, base wise. It's more combined. So where the first one is more bigger ranges is a condensed range, but it gives you an additional heal after 4 seconds. There's two that are currently bugged with the heal ones that don't show you, but I believe one of them will increase healing done by on that person by 2% for 10 seconds. So if you're a single target healer for clerics, then that tank, if you're just healing them themselves, are going to get 2% more healing from you or from anyone for 10 seconds if you can keep it up. The damage ones are quite nice as well. You can added procs and stuff like that. So the GA trinkets are going to be now upgradable, but only the proc wise, which is not bad, I guess. Not the best, but still means you need to go do GA to get the trinkets, seeing as you can now upgrade them into something else. So that's it for PvE wise, and see you later for another PTS video.